Hello children. So in the last lecture we had done till here. Okay, these two were left as homework for you. So now let us proceed to the next. So still complex numbers. Now today new topic. So here we are going to do cube roots of unity. Okay, cube roots of unity, that means cube roots of 1. Okay, so before I start explanation over here, okay, how do we get the roots and what are the roots? Okay, these things I've written for you. Okay, nth root of x. Okay, when it's written like this, okay, n and this symbol is there and x, that means nth root of x. In exponential form you can write x to the power 1 by n. Okay, when it's written m and then symbol is there, and under that symbol if you have x to the power n, then that means x to the power n upon m. Okay, means whatever is written here outside this, okay, here in between this gap, okay, that is always written in denominator over here. Okay, so you should remember these things. Okay, now suppose I have written this x square equal to 1. Okay, if it's written x square equal to 1, that means there would be two values of x. There would be two values of x, okay, which would satisfy this equation. Okay, and those two values are 1 and minus 1. Yes, there are no other numbers other than this 1 and minus 1 which will satisfy this. Okay, so 1 and minus 1, they are called roots, yes, for this expression. Okay, now similarly if I have written something x cube is equal to 1, x cube is equal to 1, that means there would be three values of x, okay, for which cube should be 1. Yes, now if you think of a number in real, okay, then there is only one number, okay, that is 1. Under the real numbers there is no other number except 1, okay, whose cube is 1. Okay, but here it's written x cube is equal to 1, that means apart from 1, okay, apart from 1 there should be two more number, okay, two more values should be there, okay, of x, for which cube should be 1. Okay, and those two values are in complex form. Okay, those two values are complex numbers. Okay, so we will find that. Okay, so let's see what are those roots, okay, in complex numbers. Okay, so let us suppose that x is the cube root of 1. Okay, x is the cube root of 1. So x equal to cube root of 1, that means I can write 1 to the power 1 by 3 from here. Okay, just now I explained to you. Okay, if something is this, something written like this, it means this. So suppose x is the cube root of 1. Okay, that means I can write x equal to 1 to the power 1 by 3. Okay, now I'm taking cube both the side. Okay, I'm taking cube both the side, that means on both the side in the power I'm taking 3. Okay, so I get x to the power 3 is equal to 1, because here when I take to the whole power 3, that means this 3 gets cancelled. So x cube equal to 1. Now this 1 on the right is taken to the left, so I get x cube minus 1 equal to 0. Okay, but you know that this x cube minus, I can write this one as a cube only. Okay, 1 cube. So this is nothing but x cube minus 1 cube equal to 0. Okay, now I can expand this, okay, using this formula. I can expand x cube minus 1 cube, okay, x cube minus 1 cube using this formula. Okay, so I have expanded this, so I got x minus 1 into, in the bracket, x square plus x into 1 plus 1 square. Okay, this is the formula which I have used over here to expand. Okay, so after expanding this expression, okay, this equation implies that either x minus 1 is 0 or x square plus x plus 1 is 0. Okay, So from this equation I get x minus 1 equal to 0 or x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0. So from this it's simple that x is equal to 1. Okay, so out of the 3 roots I got 1 x equal to 1. Yes, now 2 more roots we have to find. Okay, so here from this x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0, this is nothing but a quadratic equation. Yes, and you all have done it in class 10. Yes, and you know the formula. Okay, so that means x will be equal to minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So substitute the values was substituted and evaluated, then at the end we get this. Okay, we get this. Okay, now simplify it further. Okay, simplify it further, then you will get this x equal to minus 1 plus minus square root of 3 into I upon 2. Okay, so here is plus minus. Okay, that means 2 roots are over here. Okay, one with one when we'll consider plus, then I'll get, and the other root we will get when we'll consider minus. Okay, so therefore the cube roots of unity are, that means cube root of 1 are 1, okay, minus 1 plus square root of 3i upon 2 minus I minus square root of 3i upon 2. Okay, where 1 is the real and the other are complex roots. Okay, understood? Now let us see the relation between these roots. Okay, there are some relation between these 3 roots. Okay, so suppose here 3 roots are there, 1 2 3. Okay, these 2 are complex. Suppose I consider this, I denote this by omega. I denote this by omega. Okay, how does that omega looks? This is the omega. Okay, this is the omega. This is how omega we write. Okay, so suppose I denote this root, okay, by, so let us denote this root by omega. Okay, that means I'm saying I'm going, in place of this I'll write this omega. So omega is equal to this. Okay, so now what I'll do, I will take a square both the side. So what I'll get, on the right you take the square and simplify it. Okay, and at the end you will get this. Okay, but if you see this, this is nothing but the another root. Yes, see, 1 minus 1 minus square root of 3i upon 2. Okay, so when I took the square of this, I had considered this to be omega, and I took the square of this and I got this. Yes, I got this. So that means out of these 2 complex roots, okay, out of these 2 complex root, if I consider one to be omega, then other will be a square, omega square. Okay, understanding? That means a square of this root is this. Okay, and same way if you take a square of this, you will get this. Okay, so this is the relation. Okay, that they are a square of each other. Okay, those complex roots. Next relation is that if I multiply this, okay, this root, okay, and a square of this, then I'll get 1. Okay, so if I take omega into omega square, okay, and you simplify it, then I'll get 1. Okay, in fact I mean to say that if I take product of these 2 complex numbers, okay, these 2 complex roots, then I'll get 1. Okay, so this is the second relation, omega into omega square will be 1. Okay, next relation is 1 plus omega square is always 0. Okay, so till here whatever I have explained, okay, you don't have to write in your exercise copy. Okay, so from here, okay, from here till here, okay, don't write in your exercise copy. Okay, you start from here and write the cube roots of unity are 1 comma omega equal to this and omega square equal to this. Clear? And then you write the relations. Okay, what are the relations? Further, omega into omega square equal to omega cube equal to 1. Omega is equal to 1 by omega square. Omega square is equal to 1 by omega. Okay, and next 1 plus omega square equal to 0. 1 plus omega equal to minus. So you copy from here. Okay, whatever I have done from here till here. Okay, this was only to explain how these things are happening. Okay, so if you want to write them, no problem, you may write. Okay, otherwise you can leave it straight. You can give the heading over here. You can give the heading cube roots of unity. Okay, and straight you come over here and write the cube roots of unity are this. Okay, understood? Let's come to the question number 11. Okay, here it says if omega be an imaginary cube root of 1, okay, then find the value of omega plus omega square and this. Okay, so let us do the first one. So we have to find omega plus omega square. Okay, so already they're saying that omega is an imaginary cube root. Okay, and we know that there are two imaginary cube root, means there are two complex cube roots of unity. So they are saying one of them is omega, so we know that other has to be omega square. Okay, just now we proved that. Okay, so if one of the imaginary cube root is omega, then other will be omega square. Okay, and we have to remember these relations. Okay, so here omega plus omega square we have to find. So we know that from this relation 1 plus omega square. Okay, from this relation. Okay, so we know 1 plus omega square equal to 0. So omega plus omega square will be minus 1. Okay, so we got the answer, minus 1. Next question here, 1 plus omega square plus omega cube plus omega to the power 4 plus omega to the power 5. So if you see the first three terms, sum of the first three terms is what? 0. Yes, see the relation. Okay, then omega cube, see the relation, omega cube is what? 1. Okay, then omega to the power 4 plus omega to the 5. Okay, so omega to the power 4 can be written omega cube into omega, and omega to the power 5 can be written omega cube into omega square. Okay, so in next step omega cube will become 1 and omega cube here also will become 1. So you are left with omega plus omega square, and you know what is omega plus omega square. Okay, from this relation omega plus omega square will be minus 1. So put that minus 1, evaluate, you will get 0. Okay, question number 12. If omega be complex cube root of unity, prove that. So here they are saying that omega is a complex cube root of unity. So if omega is a complex cube root of unity, then other complex cube root of unity will be omega square. Okay, so and we have to prove that left hand side is equal to right hand side. So we will start from the left hand side. Okay, so copy it. Now see 1 minus omega. Okay, let copy it simply. 1 minus omega square, copy it simply. Now this 1 minus omega to the power 4. Okay, this can be written 1 minus omega cube into omega. Okay, understood? And omega cube is 1. That's why in the next step we simply write 1 minus omega. This omega to the power 8 can be written omega to the power 6 into omega square. Now omega to the power 6 means what? It can be written omega cube whole square. Yes, and omega cube means what? 1. So this will become 1 minus omega square. Okay, so in this third step we get this 1 minus omega into 1 minus omega whole square. Okay, and 1 minus omega square. Okay, and from here also I get 1 minus omega square. Okay, so this we get over here, and in the next step we can write 1 minus omega square whole square. Okay, so here also 1 minus omega whole square, here also 1 minus omega square whole square. So both the term has a square. So what we can write, we can put them together in a bracket, and then we can put the square, okay, for whole. So 1 minus omega into 1 minus omega square whole square. Now inside the bracket you simplify it, okay. So do the multiplication, we will get 1 minus omega square minus omega plus omega cube, okay. Now you know that omega cube means 1, so simply 1 over here, okay. So this one and this one becomes 2, okay. Now we have minus omega square and minus omega, so here we simply copy it. Now in the next step what we do, we take out the minus sign common, okay. So we get 2 minus omega square plus omega whole square, okay. Now omega square plus omega, what can we write in place of this, okay. So recall the relation 1 plus omega square equal to 0, okay. So from that relation we'll get omega plus omega square equal to minus 1, that's why minus 1, okay. So 2 minus minus 1 become 2 plus 1, okay. That means 3 square, that means 9. That is your right hand side, okay. So it's proved. Now 2 and 3, okay, they are left for you, okay, as your homework. So do them. Done. So this is all for today, okay. And whatever explanation I have done for this, if you want to write, otherwise not needed, straight you can write from here. Done. And after that copy the solved question and do those questions, okay.